I saw a phone by work today
You're always spotting phones
on the
in middle of
highway.
street. Yeah, crazy.
They're like all broken up.
And you stop in the middle of everything just to get it. Crazy.
I know. This one, I mostly just left. I leave. If it's possible for me to get them, I try. But if not, I don't. You know, that happened once that I picked one up.
Do you guys remember that weird looking bird creature? Like a wooden bird creature in your mom's house?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yes.
made me stop
To pick it
at a
up.
bowling alley, a random bowling alley,
I
to
didn't
pick
make
it up.
I didn't make her stop. I was driving, so I just stopped.
Well, he forced me to get out of the car. He forced me to get out of the car to go get it. And then he was like, I hope it's not cursed. I was like, gee, thanks.
That's why I sent you to get it. So
no,
you're
'cause
now carrying the cursed.
She points out that we live in the same place. I'm cursed too.
The curse of the chupacabra.
And then I wouldn't let him bring it home, so he gave
Do
it to
you-
your mom, which is even more fucked up.
Koala, do
Yeah.
you think the
Just
chupacabra
in
is
case.
real?
I don't know. That was like
Maybe.
something that was going around back in the
I
day.
think it's real.
I don't know.
It could be real.
It could also just be something made up by the government.
Because I actually know someone who has like a little, like a taxidermy of a chupacabra in the yard.
I don't know. Do
I'm
they?
serious, yo. Some serious shit.
That's definitely fake.
No, I'm serious. It's some weird fucking creature, man.
Can you describe it?
And then in
I
the
cannot
back,
describe
oh,
it.
you
It's-
see, it's like a little bit of crazy glue.
It's like a hairy lizard. Hairy lizard, and it's like
And like a
Like
little
this.
tag of
Like
like
standing.
a teddy bear.
standing on his leg, and his like torso is like forward, and his legs are kind of back. I don't know. Weird.
Are you sure that's just not a dog?
No, because he had arms like
Oh.
we do.
Damn, that's crazy. Now, changing topics.
Dunkin' Donuts allows you to like order like ahead of time, so you just go and pick it up. And I downloaded the app thinking that it was gonna be like, oh, I just download it. I say what I want and I pay,
have to sign up.
and I do like some sort of like in-app purchase, where I just pay through Apple and it's like seamless. No, they like ask you to sign up, and then they give you like the terms of agreement, which by the way, nobody has read this whole thing except for maybe Rooster. Like, ain't nobody reading the terms of
Are you
agreement.
kidding me?
You
He
just
looks at the pictures.
you just click agreed and you move on.
And
You
So
and
what
me
was
are
in
regular.
the agreement?
Something where like, oh, you must agree to tell the truth and fill your profile and keep it updated with as much truthful information as you can. And I'm like, what? And like, oh yeah, and filling a few of these questions or whatever. Like, they want to create a profile of you pretty much. And it's just so interesting that people have all this information and they sell your information to other parties,
Oh yeah, true.
Information is very valuable, and a lot of the times we just sign up our privacy because privacy is like a whole big thing. And everybody, I was just listening to another podcast and they were talking about how people don't want the government to be in their lives, like, oh, I value my privacy, but then we just use all these apps, who knows, and people know where we are, what we order, what we like, all these
Yeah.
things are saved in there, and we don't think twice about it. It's
I
kind of
don't
like
know.
we
I
s-
don't. I
we
don't know. Okay.
we're
first
so
of
used
all-
to clicking
wait,
agree.
Wait, sorry. Let me stop you. That is true. If people are too used to agree, if people are too used to, the stuff.
That was terrible. That's why you interrupted me to just say, "Oh yeah, yeah,
They're used to the
People,
Stoner.
all right. So people are so used to clicking agree that they no longer fear giving their like privacy away. The other day, I had to like update my information in the bank, and to prove my identity, they like asked me a series of questions. And the
same
questions that
here.
they were asking me was like the stuff that I would never tell them, or like, you know, they wouldn't like know unless they like found out through some other means.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, do you own this car at one point? Which I guess that if you have like a loan with them, they would know. But the thing is that I didn't have a loan with them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
back then, I didn't have a loan with them, but they just knew. It was like a while ago, and they're like, "Oh, do you recognize this address?" And it was an address back when I didn't even have a bank account. And then they're like, "Oh, do you recognize this person?" And they said the name of my sister, and I was like, "Oh shit, I do recognize that person."
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, everything is connected, especially in this country. That's why they call it the paper trail." You heard that? You heard about the paper trail?
No.
I heard
Yeah.
there's actually this movie with Sandra Bullock. I forgot what it's called. I think it's something called Pelican something. Look all the Sandra Bullock movies. They're all good. We're not endorsing Sandra Bullock, but her movies are somewhat good. So yeah, watch them.
I tell you who we're gonna endorse. Random tequila.
Jinx.
The tequila you'll never get to drink. Anyways, I answered the questions and everything was good, but it was just crazy how they knew all that stuff. It's kind of freaky. And you know, that's what you do. Whenever you buy something or you do something, it creates a paper trail. And let's say, for example, your kid, now that he's born, he already started his paper trail. Now there's evidence that he's someone who's alive. And he's part of the system now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Curse this system.
That's so crazy.
Where is Neo
Yeah.
when you need him?
I mean,
It's like babies are born, they get assigned a number, and they're brought into the system. And now he's a slave to the system.
Trinity, what have you done with Neo?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Someone call Morpheus. Morpheus!
Morpheus!